New Yorkers are bracing for the imminent shutdown of the L train, which by all accounts will be an epic inconvenience. But as if that wasn't enough of a transit nightmare, there's another major repair project looming, and it's going to hurt and hurt deeply. Get ready for the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway repair. The deteriorating roadway needs immediate replacements before the year 2026. Otherwise, the city will have to institute weight restrictions and divert trucks to local streets. This, according to the city's Department of Transportation. Some of the fixes and some of their proposed effects can be astounding. Here with the details is AM New York Transit reporter Vincent Barone. It's always good to have you here with us.
Pleasure to be here.
It seems that you're such a nice guy to have a conversation with, and yet we're always talking about dreaded details of transportation.
I'm the bearer of bad news.
I know, but you bear it well, which is nice. So let's talk about the BQE. What sort of problems are out there that are prompting this notion of we need to do repairs and we need to do them soon?
Right, so this is a Robert Moses era highway. It's an elevated structure built in the 1940s, late 1940s, 50s. And basically, the city says it was built poorly, in substandard fashion. And it's at a time where the city's been doing patchwork repairs over the years, but it's reached a point where that's not sustainable anymore, and a complete overhaul is necessary.
I mentioned in the introduction, one of the concerns they have is the ability for this road to handle the weight bearing that comes with heavy duty trucking. Are they just discovering this now?
I think it just became apparent after the years of piecemeal repairs. But yeah, you're right. There is sort of a real ticking time bomb here where you need to get this work done quickly because it's going to take years to do. And like you said, if it's not done by 2026, you're going to start seeing truck traffic diverted off the highway into local Brooklyn streets.
And I'm sure the local neighborhoods would not be thrilled about
no,
that.
not at all.
Let's talk about some of the proposals then. What are they looking at here to remedy this problem?
Right, so like the L train shutdown, the city has pitched two proposals, right? They can do what they call an innovative repair, which would require building a temporary elevated highway at the Brooklyn Heights promenade level, and that would serve as the structure to the highway for all traffic in both directions. It's a 6-lane highway, and while that structure is in use, underneath it, the DOT will be making the repairs to the existing structure. And then the second option would be more of a traditional approach, which would be lane by lane repairs. Traffic would still be moving, but there'd be restrictions, there'd be weekend closures, overnight closures. Yeah, those are the two options being weighed right now.
Are they talking about the entire length of the BQE, or there are specific areas that they're focusing on?
Yeah, no, we should clarify. It's a 1.5 mile stretch of the BQE around Brooklyn Heights area from Atlantic Avenue to Sand Street.
Okay, and I think, I don't drive that frequently, but in the times that I have, it always seems like it's a traffic problem there.
Yeah, I mean, there's more than 150 cars using the BQE every day. It's a loathed highway. I don't think anyone, whether you're a pedestrian or a resident in Brooklyn or a driver, likes that highway. It's just absolutely detested.
So you talked about the proposals, but there's some other ideas out there, and one of them I found curious, and has to do with the idea of green space. Talk about that.
Right. So, as you know, and as most New Yorkers know, the highway is close to, in that area, to the Brooklyn Bridge Park down there. And
it's a great scenic area.
It's great. I mean, and the promenade itself has such scenic views. But there's some cities around the world, from Seoul to San Francisco, that are looking at ways to reimagine their highways. More people are moving to cities. We're not really building out to the suburbs anymore. So there's some projects where highways are being shrunk into boulevards or completely turned into park space. And that's something that I think a lot of urbanists in New York City would like to see happen to the BQE. But unfortunately, the city says that it's so dependent on the freight delivery by trucks, and that the BQE is just such a vital corridor from Staten Island to Queens that nothing like that could happen here. But the city has also looked at other options too, like building maybe a new tunnel under Brooklyn. But that seems infeasible because of there's subway tunnels running under Brooklyn, and it's just all that old infrastructure. It would be an incredibly expensive undertaking.
It does sound like a delightful possibility, though, doesn't it? To
Just-
have all that green space looking out over the water. But again, if you make your living driving a truck or you depend upon people driving trucks, you're probably saying, yeah, that's nice, but it doesn't work for us here.
Right, of course.
Yeah, well, we'll wait and we'll see what happens with this. Vincent, it's always a pleasure. It's always helpful when we get a chance to talk with you. You take care.
Thanks so much.